looking for a question. Okay, here's from MC Joey. Simon, can you please expand on the wonderful art of alchemy and the part it plays in humanity's awakening? Does the alchemical operation of the sun also correspond to the sun's energy shift in this era of humanity awakening and evolving? I've got another question about the sun later, but yeah. Alchemy, the sun.
Right, there is a connection. It's not a straight connection in terms of solids. Alchemy, or the philosopher's stone, as it's really called, was what seemed like an impossible search for the impossible elixir of life. And we only have to think about how it's represented in Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter stories, where the philosopher's stone is a little bit of a play on this. But you're talking also about the sun acting almost as a catalyst on the topic, on the subject. Well, when in the days of 14th century, 15th century, alchemy was very much part of an accepted science, but so was so much else. And as long as a man did it, it wasn't witchcraft. But as soon as a woman did anything, then of course that was witchcraft, because the Pope would chase after them with a burning stick. So as long as a man was doing it, it was perfectly fine. And then of course things changed, and this took the branding of magic and disappeared. But it wasn't magic. It was exactly the same as things that were done in Atlantis. It was technology. And so these secret societies understood that a technology that had been lost but could be regained was what they were striving for. And with so many of the Earth's treasures of libraries stolen by the Vatican and other organizations, it's very hard for anybody half decent to try and claw back what was lost on this planet. And the sun is most definitely acting on any physical body within its range. It is part of the evolution process. The light frequency is changing, and it is that light which is striking our Earth which is the trigger mechanism. The Earth is doing a great deal herself, but it is the sun that is acting as the trigger. That's why, we will all have a binary star system. You'll have the black sun and the yellow sun, or the white light. And without that sun, we wouldn't be able to evolve. That is why the chemtrails are up there now, to try to cut out that frequency of light. We had this eclipse, solar eclipse, a little while back. And I just wanted to say, because it's quite funny, that established science knows that sunlight has an effect on gravity. If you have an old-fashioned clock with a pendulum, and you black out the sun, that pendulum's swing will change. And then when when the moon moves and the sun shines through, that pendulum will invigorate back to its swing. So established science knows that sunlight can affect the movement of a solid object. But they can't, or they won't, go to the next stage, which is to understand that it is the sun that's responsible for gravity. When I was at school, it seems a long time ago now, I was taught that the Earth spins very, very fast, and that centrifugal force keeps us all on the ground, stops us floating off into space. It's nice and simple for people to understand, you see. And that's it. That's gravity. Whereas the top guys know that that's all nonsense. It is the sunlight striking the Earth. And as soon as we understand that, we then realize that the wavelength of light, and there's a lot to remember, that gamma rays, infrared, ultraviolet, are all just different frequencies of light. It's a wonderful menagerie of possibilities, and each of those wavelengths has a different energy and a different property. So there's a specific frequency of light that's striking the Earth, which is really propelling the changes in the Schumann resonance, the changes that we're all feeling really tired. We are absolutely, as a people now, shattered in terms of our energies. We are really exhausted. This is actually normal because the physical body is desperately trying to catch up, but we are really going through some very fast changes. We can do it because we went through 2012. We went through 2012 and we were coded. That's why when the Rendlesham or the Bentwaters incident occurred, the Triangle spacecraft had to go back to, 1979, 1980, a good few years before 2012, because as you approached 2012, humans were being encoded so that they could alter within themselves and make the change. So in order to get DNA that was unencoded, you had to go back quite a way before 2012. That's why Bentwaters occurred when it did. You couldn't do it now, because if you wanted to sample DNA, from that perspective, it's too late, because we are already moving up out of the third dimension. So, yes, hey ho, get on with it. It can't come soon enough. Get your foot on the gas pedal. Come on, let's do this. Let's get through. Let's get sorted. Throw the shackles of these evil, nasty, satanic, corrupt people. And let's get on to a really good life. And the sun is playing an important message in that. And if anybody doubts it, that is why the chemtrails are there, because to these evil people the sun is nasty. They will worship the moon. These evil people are connected to the moon. Remember, the moon is an artificial satellite. It's not a genuine living creation. The sun is. And I've always said to people, trust yourself, only believe in yourself, look to what you think is right, make the decision and look at it. Do you want to support the moon, or do you want to support the sun? And look at all the satanic imagery, how it really connects to the moon. Good question. Appreciate you. Thank you.
So, I have a question of my own regarding the black sun. The famous German society, the SS, was the Brotherhood of the Schwarzestein, the Black Stone. Is that to do, or the black sun? What is the black sun? Is it the inner earth, hollow earth sun? Is it the black star that is the binary of our sun? Is it the moon? What were they? What are they? What do they worship?
Your middle answer is the correct one. If you look at the Thule Society, the Thule Society had as emblem of the black sun. A number of the SS, not the actual SS divisions, but some of the establishments within them, some of the secret services within them, had the black sun. Heinrich Himmler was a great worshipper and fan of the black sun. There's a binary system. Every star, like the sun, has a hidden binary. Just like positive has negative, yin has yang. So the star has its balance, it has its black star. Then the problem is that through history, things that have been hidden have usually been sought after and worshipped. And if you, and I don't recommend it, but if you were to look into the occult, you would find that there is a connection between the devil, some people say Lucifer, the devil, and the black energy, the energy that is not pure but can give life. We should just want the pure energy, the energy of truth. But there is a way to invigorate into life through dark energy. That's what black magicians do. That's what they operate on, a form of energy, and let's not doubt it. They are very powerful, but it's not a pure energy. It's a corrupted energy. And so the black sun is a portal. So is the sun, actually, but they are different. They work differently. You could take a spacecraft very close to the sun and not really be hot enough to fry any toast. But the black sun is steeped in mythology, Sumerian, Babylonian times, and before that. Interestingly enough, although Atlanteans didn't recognise the black sun. The Lemurians did. And that's the connection that went down to the hollow earth. And that is why Adolf Hitler was so fascinated with Tibet. That is why Schwabenland, Antarctica, looking at the connection. Let's just let the police car go by. Let's do it deliberately. Didn't they? Well, it is 8:12. There is absolutely nobody on there. The traffic lights are green, but he's decided to go and put that horrible siren on. Absolutely ridiculous.
Kick it in, it's Simon's show. So
almost, yes. But so the connection with the black sun, it's not evil. It's not evil. It's a natural balance to the creational force, but it's been worshipped by occult organizations from the time began.
Okay, so, dear Simon,